Night has fallen. The storm has been relentless, drumming against the trees as you trudge through the muddy path. Distant howls echo through the forest, a reminder that you're not alone out there. Then, through the rain and mist, you spot it. A small inn of stone and straw, its chimney billowing smoke into the darkened sky. From within, you hear laughter, music, and clinking of tankards. The promise of warmth, food, and stories draw you closer. With little choice, you step toward the light. Welcome in, weary traveler. Step inside, warm yourself by the fire. You found yourself in Big Bear's Tavern Tales, the only place where the ale flows strong, the dice rolls are wild, and the stories are as grand and chaotic as the nine hells themselves. Some of the roads less traveled are told here. They don't always have happy endings. They are dark, violent, and treacherous, brimming with the moments that may even chill you to the bone. So listen at your own risk. You still there? Good. That means you've got the stomach for it. So grab a drink, roll some dice, and let the tales begin.
Alright, I am Chance. I play Theraway Kimbo. Fun fact about the biggest boo-boo I've ever received before coming to this new magical world is one time one of the nuns at the monastery, while I was being raised, dropped a Bible, the big one, on my right testicle.
The
left one survived.
So we're talking like Old Testament?
It's Old Testiclement.
Hey!
Poor Mikael, he had quite the injury. He got conscripted into doing a little roofing job for his dad, because his dad was cheap and didn't want to hire some actual contractors who knew what they're doing. So Mikael just climbed up on the roof, fucking winging it. Lost his footing, started rolling off the house, but it's okay. The neighbor's fence and his balls broke his fall.
Ooh.
Just rattled it. He thinks they're both working.
That's why he's never got anyone pregnant.
My name is Tyler. I'm playing as good old Sky Silverlight. A little fun fact about the worst injury he's probably ever had. He was doing a deal, and he was going to get a lot of money. But it went bad. The dealer or the buyer didn't like what he was going to get. And so Sky unfortunately got stabbed. The guy that was stabbing me was going for my stomach, but Sky, being a dumbass, he jumped, like just straight up. He tries to jump out of the way, and he now only has one testicle.
I love that the main theme was not what was your biggest boo-boo. It was what happened to your testicles. It's not really a testicle story, but hey, I'm Zach. I'm your DM. I broke my dick once, so yeah, and we're gonna leave it there. I will not be accepting any questions. In our last session, Mikael received crucial personal attention from Dr. Mindbender for his wounds, leading to a significant one-on-one interaction. Meanwhile, Theraway and Sky found themselves embroiled in unexpected adventures due to the wild antics and peculiar behaviors among the citizens. The day concluded with the pair returning to attend to Mikael, only to witness a disturbing sight. A purple miasma seeping from his gut wound, introducing a new and ominous mystery into our unfolding tale. They went to bed to wake up to a new day. Now, Theraway and Sky, they leveled up with this long rest they had. So they're now level 3. Mikael, why don't you tell our listeners and Theraway and Sky what happened to your level and everything that happens to you since it's day 2 of taking no pills.
Okay, so funny thing, it almost started seeming as a dream, but apparently it's not.
No, it's very real. I've got it written down on Google Notes.
Oh no, I know you do. I've seen those fucking notes. I keep what I thought they were just visions or dreams at first, but no, this ethereal witch keeps popping up and psychically attacking me, and she's just started putting such a strain on me. I am back down to level 1.
That's fun for you.
Whenever I roll to perceive something, whenever I fail, that is my new reality. I am full on hallucinating. I'm scared, man. Listen, I'm fucking trying here. I'm fighting for my life.
You did it to yourself.
You guys wake up inside of your room. Mikael is starting to get up and wince and grab at his side that's all bandaged up, and he seems a little loosey-goosey. As you take a look around the room, you notice that the decor has changed. It seems, yet again, it has relocated itself. Broken cobblestone coming off of the walls. Spider webs in every corner. And draping across every buttress, as there are wooden blocks in between the ceiling holding it up. The best vibe you can get from this is that it is a deteriorating area around you. It doesn't look very stable. It looks very ancient, very old. And the smell of dust and bones and formaldehyde and death wafts around your nose.
I'm gonna walk up to Mikael and like kind of pat him on his side by, hey man, you good?
Yeah, just don't pat me there again. That's a little tender.
What the fuck did they do to you, man?
That's a great question, because I don't even know what really happened myself, truly.
I don't like that laugh.
As y'all are engaged in conversation, you hear a slight rapping at the door. It appears to be one of the nurses, but she looks different. She looks like she's been Frankenstein together and has giant stitching across the middle of her face, green sickly skin, and from just the head, that's all you see out your window, is kind of like moving back and forth, like it's wobbling. It's time for the morning pills. Can you let me in, please?
So this is very out of the normal. Right?
Yes.
I creep over to the door and I like barely inch open the door and I kind of just peer out of it and I go, you don't look like the nurse that usually gives us the pills.
Oh, Mr. Theraway. I'm appalled you don't recognize me. It's Abby. I've given to you almost every morning so far.
Yeah, okay. Well, I mean, that would be correct. Except the Abby I know doesn't have a scar across their face, all stitched up and whatnot. What's going on over here? What's up with you?
I don't quite know what you're talking about, but I mean, this is how I've always looked. I mean, I do have a little scar on my nose here, if that's what you're talking about, but I mean, that was just from a bicycling accident. And I've always had this. Is it really showing today? Is it puffy? Oh, Lord.
I produce a well-polished war gong that has a nice reflective surface, and I'm like, this is what you normally look like?
She looks at herself in the mirror. Yeah, I mean, I do kind of see what you mean, but I'm pretty normal today. I mean, I did something different with my hair. You see, it's like in a tight bun. Okay, well, Mr. Theraway, I'm just gonna come on in, and here's your pills. And she hands you a little, like, stone mug. And it says, I'm happy to be a bat on it. And she hands it to you, and your pill is inside this little like pocket in it with water at the bottom.
Is this look normal for how this pill is usually delivered to me?
The pill looks exactly normal. So metagaming wise, just because I don't think people are catching on. Since the entire dungeon has changed, the characters also change. The NPCs change. So this is like a cemetery style dungeon.
We're in Nightmare Before Christmas.
Pretty much, yeah.
While I'm showing Abby herself in the war gong, I catch a glimpse of myself in the war gong.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, give me a perception check. Everyone give me a perception check. Let's just see if y'all notice some things going on. Give me a very vague description of what you see yourself as, Theraway.
I see sacramental robes tethered and frayed on the husk of a man covered in paper mache scripture with bookworms crawling around in his face. Oh, what is this? Ugh.
Oh, I'm sure that's just like bedhead or something like that, honey. You look fine. You look fine.
I look at it and I flick it.
You still look fine. You look great for your age. Don't worry about it, Theraway. Sky, you run to your belongings and grab out a small mirror, and you look at yourself.
I look in the mirror, and I gasp. I see a blue, like there's no skin on me at all. I see a blue skeleton, except my head looks to be a little bit longer, like in the back. And so I kind of turn my head to the right and I like kind of look out of the corner of my eye in the mirror, and I notice a second face in the back, and it, from what I can tell, it looks severely pissed off. Kind of like the mayor from Nightmare Before Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
Except instead of being sad and depressed and scared, I'm pissed off and ready to fight.
Mikael, what do you see yourself as?
I see
A zombie.
not a zombie, more so like a vegetable. I'm in a chair, but I am independent, damn it. I can roll that chair myself. I have the body of the old scientist from A Nightmare Before Christmas.
So as Abby comes into the room and you're seeing yourselves for the first time in this new dungeon location, she comes over to Sky and hands you the same mug that she handed Theraway, and she hands a couple extra pills to Mikael. Now, Mikael, these are pain relievers. They're going to help with the pain. They're not going to fix anything, but it's going to help.
I don't think anything can help with this.
You take the fucking pain pills.
Mikael would like to do an investigation roll to see if they actually truly are pain pills and not the other pills.
Okay. Yeah, give me an investigation check with disadvantage.
8.
It looks seemingly close to those pills that you just did not want to take. They look real close.
But a little different?
They're a little bit thicker.
Okay, he gonna fake that shit.
Give me
Oh my god.
give me a deception check with a disadvantage.
Sky is just gonna look over at Mikael and be like, "Do I need to help you take your fucking medicine again?"
That's a good roll. Oh, that's another good roll. Fuck yeah. So that is a dirty 20.
You're able to pop it in your mouth and not swallow it, but able to move it around with your tongue so that the nurse can't see that you didn't take it. And you successfully did not take the pills. Yeah. Okay, well, with that out of the way, I have to make the rest of my rounds, so I'll see y'all later. And she walks out the door and gasps as she looked off to the left, and then she starts running down the hallway.
Cool. As she does that, I need to spit these pills out before they dissolve in my mouth.
Yeah, you do that.
We see him do this.
Yeah, you guys see him do it. Y'all in the room.
I walk over with my my frayed and tattered white glove that's missing a few finger holes and just, it's kind of nasty and decrepit. When I pull it off of my hand, it still holds the form of my hand. It's all crusty.
Ugh.
And I just smack him across the face with it. And I go, "I'm tired of your shit.
Not the crusty glove.
I'm tired of your shit, Mikael."
So
Why the crusty glove?
You're supposed to be a part of this party. All you keep is you keep hurting this party. You keep hurting it. You're supposed to be here with us. Take your pills.
At this point, the nurse Abby comes back over to the door, the sister Abby, and she comes in and goes, "Oh my gosh, I saw someone handing out these flyers, and I knew that this would just totally put you guys back in a good mood. I know yesterday was a little rough, and some weird things happened. I read the notes, but here," and she hands the flyer to you guys, and it says, "Tonight, Friday the 13th Masquerade Ball." At the bottom, you see like a cat, and he has a boombox sitting on his shoulder, and he has a big, giant sunglasses pair, like really comically huge, and they're like totally jet black, and it says, "Featuring DJ Boots and Cats, bringing the funkiest jams to take you back in time."
I was not expecting that.
Okay, well, I've really got to get back to my rounds, but I think y'all should attend. It's going to be so much fun. There's actually I saw that someone's selling some masks up there at the foyer area, so y'all can go over there and get yourself a nice little mask, whatever fits you. And she proceeds to leave.
Right after she leaves the room, Sky would like to pick up these pills.
Are you gonna kill me
them,
again, Sky?
Shove them down Mikael's fucking throat.
God,
And just whisper in his ear, "You should
Sweet
take
nothings.
your fucking pills."
All right.
And then I'm just gonna like keep his mouth shut.
All right, so that's going to be a strength check from you, the wizard, and then a dexterity check at disadvantage from Mikael.
20 fucking 2.
Hey, one.
22.
The lowest roll I got was a 9.
He gets them successfully in your mouth and shuts and clamps your jaw shut.
I'm going to make a gulp sound.
Deception versus insight.
11.
Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Fuck you. You specifically. Fuck you.
What'd
I
you
rolled
get,
a
buddy?
10.
Sky, you're able to tell that that was not an actual gulp. He was faking it.
Fucking swallow them, Mikael.
At this point, I do need a Constitution saving throw from Mikael
Mikael.
with disadvantage
It's-
to actually
Effect.
swallow the pill or not.
This is going to be a 15. 15.
Damn it, that's good enough. Yeah, you don't actually swallow it. It
Yeah.
kind of hits the back of your throat, and you lift your tongue up, and you prevent them from going down.
I will not take a single fucking pill.
You know what? Should we just put him out of his misery? Should we just kill his character? Like, I'm like, really?
Like-
we're basically trekking across this mountain with a dude that has a broken leg, and he's just slowing down the group. I feel like we just go ahead and kill him.
I mean, I feel like we would have at
Make
least
him a
got.
real character.
I feel like we would have at least gotten out of the room before now.
No.
We've been spending like 20 minutes just trying to get him to take his fucking pills.
Listen,
he needs to take his fucking
it
pills.
was gonna. Listen, it was gonna be okay. The nurse walked off. She accepted it.
I'm not accepting it though. That's the thing.
Yeah, we don't accept it. You're no good for the party.
You almost died because you didn't.
You're-
Then I leave the party.
You're not helpful.
No. Let's just wrap this up. You'll have to take it for what it is.
If
He
the
is
group
not
wants to
taking his
trek
pill.
across the mountain ahead of me, the guy with the broken leg, then let them trek ahead. I will either catch up or I will die.
Look, I'm looking at him with a lot of disdain, and you're no friend of mine, and I just walk out the front door, walk out the room.
Heard.
Yeah, fuck it. I'm following Theraway then. I'm just gonna like shove Mikael off to the side and be like, fuck it.
I need to look. It's morning time.
Yeah.
I'm going to the mess hall to get breakfast. Obviously.
You go through the mess hall doors, and a thick scent of strawberries and cherries and blueberries hit your nose. You look over, and they're serving flapjacks with fresh fruit.
Yeah, I'm gonna go make me just a beautiful stack of flapperjacks. Nice assortment of fruit. Do they have syrup?
They do. So as you come up, you see that the flapjacks look a little bit different than normal. It seems like they have small, like, ants or mites roaming through all the little holes that are in the flapjack itself. And the fruit seems rotted and seems to be decaying very quickly. The syrup itself seems like it's a brick. It's coming out, but very, very slowly. You do see that other people are sitting around and enjoying their meals and not worrying about it, but you see they're eating like grubs and other types of flying insects and cockroaches, and they're just gorging on all of this that's within the pancakes, the flapjacks.
I'm already seeing myself looking the way I'm looking. This is obviously it's an even newer adventure than what we were already on. I'm just going to give it a try.
You go to bite for it. It seems like it's really sweet. With every bite in your mouth, it just gets sweeter and sweeter and almost milk chocolatey.
I'm enjoying my breakfast.
There's a young man that comes over and sits down at the table with you three. Hey guys. Can I sit here?
Does he look like a trustworthy fellow?
He looks like a man with a dark black cloak around his neck. He's very pale, bright red eyes. He's got like a black pompadour haircut. In his chest pocket, you see that there's a pack of cigarettes sitting right there.
I will roll insight. 18 on insight.
Yeah, he's a pretty cool dude. You don't sense any malice from him or anything. He just seems kind of awkward and shy.
Can Sky reach for the cigarettes? Sky would like to reach for the cigarettes and look at Mikael and just crumble the whole fucking pack of cigarettes.
As you reach for the cigarettes, you see that he like is watching your hand and is staying absolutely perfectly still. You grab the cigarettes and you start crushing them in your hand. I really need those for my anxiety.
Yeah, that
okay.
was fucked up. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know why he did that to your cigarettes. I'm sorry.
They're
got
gone.
Something better. I've got something better for you. I'm gonna reach into my staff and pull out my pipe, rub my fingers together, and sprinkle some of my a magic green dust into the bowl, and hand it over to him. Like, here you go. That's a lot better for you than those fucking things are.
He takes it pensively and looks at it. I was told not to take drugs from strangers. I'm good, and hands it back to you.
This is not a drug, my friend. This is a plant. This is a man-made thing.
How about you
not
just
man-made.
How about you just give me 20 gold and I'll call it even.
That's kind of
20 gold for a pack of fucking cigarettes? You can suck my ass.
With your 19 insight from earlier, you can tell that he's being honest. Like, this pack of cigarettes is 20 gold at the market.
He's not getting 20 fucking gold from me. That's a lot.
I
offered him weed.
What the fuck? You just destroyed this man's personal
property. It's fine.
Okay.
It's fine. I probably deserved it anyways. I'm sorry for angering you.
You didn't anger me. It's the fact that my friend wanted a cigarette, and he's the one that's angering me right now.
Hey,
and I tried to give you some weed to help with your anxiety.
Hold on, buddy. What's your name?
My name's Theos. Thean.
Eos or Theos?
Theos.
Theos?
Yeah.
Theos, I apologize for my friends. All right. I don't know what's gotten into him. I'm sorry for my friend, and then this decrepit fool.
Well, you seem really cool. I like you, and I've been watching you guys, and y'all seem to have a lot of fun. Dan was talking really cool about at least one of y'all, so...
That was probably about me.
No. Doubt it.
Oh, come on. Of the
No.
three of us, I think it's safe to say I'm the least amount of square.
As you're having this conversation, a giant buff mummy comes over, and he looks down at Theos. Yo, what's up, little bitch? You got my cigarettes today?
So Sky is still holding these cigarettes, and I'm just gonna look up at the guy and just crumble even more and be like, "Are you talking about these cigarettes, buddy?"
I don't know who the hell you are, but I don't want your cigarettes. I want his, the pipsqueaks.
These are
The damn bloodsucker.
Dumbass.
Well, I ain't talking to you. He ignores you and turns back and goes, alright, bitch. You better cough up them cigarettes or I'll make you cough hard.
Listen.
Hey.
If I may, please, hey,
okay.
I look over at our new acquaintance and say, hey, hold on, I got this. Maybe.
And he kind of whispers to you and he goes, I really wouldn't piss him off. He's really scary when he gets mad.
I don't give a fuck if he gets mad. Let's show him crazy. Alright, listen here, buddy. You want his cigarettes? Well, there's going to be a little problem there, because those have been claimed already. And if you want his specifically, you're going to have to smoke my asshole. Are you ready for that? Because I've had a beef and bean burrito, and I don't think you're ready for that. I got a lighter. Are you ready? Let's do this.
What the?
Where the fuck did you get a beef and bean burrito?
Does that matter?
Who said you can smoke my asshole?
Mikael is not actually holding a bean and cheese burrito. He's just like holding a flapjack in his hand that's curled up in a roll. Give me a perception check with disadvantage to size this guy up.
Mikael's speaking all kinds of crazy right now. So, I rolled a 16 and a 17. We're going with the 16. That turns into a dirty 20 with a +4.
Heard that. This guy's pretty big, but I mean, if you could stand up, you'd be as big as he is.
If you could stand up. If you could.
I didn't say
It's
I
important.
couldn't stand
If
up.
you could.
Sky is going to slam his hands on the table as hard as he can, toss the cigarettes to the side, say, hey, you better fucking leave him alone. And I am going to attempt to throw a fireball straight at this dude's face.
Go ahead and roll for hit. And as you do this, out of the corner of your eye, you see that Theos is going over and grabbing one of those little half crumpled up cigarettes, and he's like quickly trying to light it with a match.
I'm hitting him next.
Can I walk over to Theos while they're doing whatever shenanigans they're trying to do right now? And I just kind of console him.
Yeah.
I cast Mend on his cigarettes.
Ooh, nice. Yes.
Okay.
Inspiration for you, my good sir. That's ingenious. I love using Mend. What was that roll to hit for Firebolt?
I think it's a 12.
You see that it comes up and shoof, right by his head. He turns his gaze slowly to you and just gets a real big grin on his face. We can do this later. I don't have time for you right now. But you meet me tonight, we'll throw down. I'll put you in your place.
I catch you fucking with my friend over here again, and I will severely fuck you up.
He looks over to Mikael and goes, sorry man, but I'm not into paraplegics with smoky assholes. And then he looks over at Sky and he goes, yeah, we'll see about that, won't we? And he turns around and starts to walk away. Hey guys, says Theos. I don't mean to be a worrywart or anything, but that's one boil on a witch's face that you don't want to mess with.
Why was he being so mean to you?
Oh, I'm kind of weak, to be honest. They don't feed me right in here, and without the right kind of food, I get kind of weak and I can't defend myself.
Food?
Blood.
Well, maybe. How did you know?
I called you a bloodsucker earlier. It's all right. It's all right if you're
Okay,
a practitioner of vampirism.
Not everyone is so forgiving of that fact. I'm happy I can find some people that finally aren't scared of me and terrified of what I like.
Listen, we're not supposed to kink shame, right?
Okay. Is that why you roll around in a wheelchair instead of walking?
You don't worry about what I'm into or not into.
Oh, okay, yes, sir. And he turns away quickly and just kind of like looks down.
Hey, hold on, buddy. Would if you had access to quote unquote your own food, um, would that help you like feel better right now for a little while?
He lifts his head. His eyes are glowing a bright red, and you see a bloodlust behind them. You mean I can have some of yours?
Sky is going to pull up his right sleeve, exposing his entire right arm, and look at this man and say, "You better go fucking easy on me." And I'm just gonna extend my arm.
He pulls out a small paring knife and cuts you across the arm, and then he starts licking up as it's dripping down on your arm.
I thought he was just gonna fucking bite me. I didn't know he was gonna gut me.
But if you get bit, you turn, don't you?
Yes.
Do you want to be a vampire?
Well, I mean, it's kind of why I extended my arm.
I'm sorry. As he's wiping the blood from the corners of his lips, he looks a lot more refreshed. He doesn't look as pale. He looks a little more humanoid and human-like instead of vampire. And he goes, "That was really good blood. I'm gonna have to keep you around more often. But I'm not really in the, like, let me put it this way. I can't turn people into vampires even if I bite them. I'm not the, like, original vampire, if that makes sense. I just like it when it has a little bit more oxygen in the blood. That's why I cut it.
Well, with you consuming some of my blood, do you think you're strong enough to help me with that big dumbass that came in here?
I don't know. I'm still kind of scared of him. But I'll take your debt off from 25 gold, from 20 gold to 10 gold.
Homie, I'm not giving you any gold. That's the thing. So you're gonna have to give me 20 gold off of that.
Give me a persuasion check.
19.
How about we just call it even? I hope that I see you guys later at that Masquerade ball. I think it's going to be lots of fun. But I don't know if I'm down to take on that giant brute. Bib is kind of tough.
Sky's just gonna look at this guy and say, if you're gonna take some more of my blood later, fucking bite me. Okay? Do it the right way.
Alright, well. And you see his arms go up and stretch out. It's time to hit the lone dusted trail. And you see him walk off.
Well, if you're done flirting, shall we carry on?
Sure, whatever you say, Wheelie. Where do you want to go?
Father, did you have any agendas you would like to handle?
I mean, the main agenda should be getting you better. That's the main agenda.
I mean, what makes you think I'm worse? Is it because of the chair?
I just look at him, I shake my head. Is there anybody in the room I see that's worth talking to?
You see a couple of werewolves, and they have like black leather jackets on. There's about 5 or 6 of them sitting at a table. There's another table that has a amalgamation of freaks that are stitched and put together in weird ways. Some of them have 3 arms, some of them have an arm coming off the top of their head, and like multiple eyes. I mean, it's really just a table of freaks. There's also another one that seems to be so like giant humanoid plastic dolls, and they're all like standing and around the table, but no one's actually sitting on the seats of the table. And there's a few people sitting on the edge of the place where you put your trays. And there's like one dude that's just like sprawled out with his head hanging off the other end of the table, and he's just like laying on it. They're all looking very, very weird and uncomfortable, but at the same time really fucking cool, or trying to be really cool. And then you see a entire table of like stitched together with electronics, so like cyborg, cyberpunk type of freaks and monsters.
I vote we burn the table that has the mannequins. The table, the occupants, everything.
Upon hearing that idea, I just look at him and I go, "It's all right. We know you're hurting." I'm gonna skip past that, and I'm gonna meander on to Spellweaver's office.
So as you go down the hallway passing your room and many other of the men's rooms, you get to the end and you can go through the group room, which would ultimately go into Dr. Mindbender's that goes into the congressional area, or you can go through the foyer to the door on the left and go into that supply closet area that you guys were on the first day being here.
Anywhere has a wheelchair ramp?
I mean, it's all level, flat ground.
All right.
I was kind of hoping there would be no wheelchair ramp for him.
I mean, to be fair, there is not a wheelchair ramp.
Can I use mend in a reverse fashion and call it unmending, and I just break one of the wheels on his wheelchair?
Oh. Oh.
I love that so much. Yes.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be like, I kind of pat him on the back. In my mind, it's a, you've built this, made this bed for yourself, now sleep in it kind of moment. So I'm just kind of address the group and be like, you know what, let's obviously while we slept, some things happened. It seems that we're getting really accustomed to these changes without too much fuss, but I mean, our entire look has changed. So I want to talk to the powers that be and figure out if we can't find out a little bit more. And as I'm doing this, I'm like kind of patting Mikael on the back, and then I just like kind of reach down and I just touch the closest wheel to me.
Yeah.
Just kind of, and I just kind of break the wheel.
So give me a sleight of hand check.
21.
Theraway, you are successfully able to do it without him noticing. And as you crumple off to your left, as the wheel just kind of breaks apart underneath your weight, you must be gaining some weight and getting pretty fat, Mikael. It breaks and you fall to the ground. And as you kind of like flutter your eyes a little bit to regain your senses, you see that it's like a hard linoleum floor that you're laying on. And I mean, the bricks around you in the hallway are very old, but they're not the same bricks that you saw earlier. You see that Sky is wearing a bed sheet on top of his head, and he has a pencil in his hand. And then Theraway, you see, has a paper plate on his back, and he seems to have like books that are of the holy religion taped open all over his body. You see that the air around here is not the same. It's literally changed. It's like moldy like it was before. It's decrepit like it was before, but you don't smell death per se like you did before. You kind of flutter your eyes again to see if this is what you're really seeing, and it goes back to what you saw before you hit the floor. So you go into the group room and you see that all the bright colors have been changed to a darker variety of hue of them, but still have their own vibrance to them. Like, you know this room is supposed to look a certain way, but because of the area you're in has changed that theme. Dr. Mindbender's office is closed, and it has turned into a metal door versus a wooden one that you saw before. So what would you guys like to do as you come up to the door of Dr. Mindbender?
Go
Is
in?
hidden on the floor by any
Okay,
chance?
so you go to twist the doorknob and it is locked.
I want to knock.
Gotcha. You knock and you hear a, yeah? What is it?
It's just it's Theraway Kimbo. I've come by to see how you are, and I just had a few questions about some things.
Go say 7,800 Hail Marys and come back and see me after that. Not in the
I
mood.
just
Why are
kicked
you?
the fucking door open.
Whoa! Hey.
I got a lot on my plate here and I'm very busy, okay? Just come back another time, please.
Dr. Mindbender, I know you're busy, and I won't take up much of your time. This is just, it's important, and I'm very...
The tide is approaching the
You know,
land.
we're new here, and I'm very confused about what's happening right now with us.
Okay, roll a persuasion check.
19.
You don't hear anything from him, but you hear the rolling of a chair, walking of footsteps, click of a lock, and he opens the door and puts his head in between the door and you. Puts his head in between the door and the door frame. Okay, make it brief, Mr. Theraway.
Look, I'm just... I don't know what's going on right now, but we woke up this morning, and it's almost like we're in a whole different place. I'm seeing ghouls and goblins, mummies and vampires, and things that didn't exist to begin with. The people that were once something are now something else. Is this common? Like, is this is this normal? Or
Yes,
what?
It's normal. Okay, this dungeon has a magic about it that it relocates itself to seep magical energy out of the land. So when it's done seeping the energy out of where it's at, it has to relocate to continue thriving and giving it... This is everything Dr. Spellweaver told me to tell you guys. Look, okay? It's really fucking complicated. I don't fucking understand why I'm having to tell you guys all this when I don't even fucking understand it. But that's basically the gist of what happens.
I thought there was no cursing in here.
He looks at you and goes, Sky, do you want to be in timeout?
You just cursed. You literally said on day one there is no cursing in the dungeon town.
Yeah,
and here you are.
And the one holding all of the rules and all of the marbles in the sack can do whatever the fuck he wants, can he? Yeah, he
That's
can.
Not critical though, don't you think, asshole?
Language.
He snaps his fingers, and a couple of the brothers run into the group room. He goes, and they go, yes, sir.
He's cursing.
He just cursed at me. Can you put him in timeout? And they come over.
He's
and
cursing at me.
They're going to grapple you. So give me a disadvantage strength check.
Oh my god. Well,
they're able to grab your arms and put them behind you, while the other one grabs your legs and kind of twists them around each other, and they start carrying you out, going hop, 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 hop.
Okay, I'm going to spin my hand around then.
Give me another strength check at disadvantage.
Yes, it was a 16.
Heard. You managed to flip your wrist around to where your hand's facing down toward the ground.
I would like to cast Acid Splash.
All right.
You hurl a bubble of acid. Choose one or two creatures you can see within range. If you choose two, they must be within 5 feet of each other. A target must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or take 1d6 of acid damage.
So you can only see one at a time. You won't be able to see both. So only one's going to be affected. So which one would you like to do it with?
The one at my feet.
Gotcha. So dex saving throw?
Mm-hmm.
Does a 17 save.
Yep.
You see that he kind of like jumps a little bit as he gets over this hurl of acid, and he kind of smiles at you and goes, oh, this is gonna be fun. Now you better just keep calm. We're just gonna do a little timeout. We're not gonna hurt you unless you make us, okay? And they taking you out. You can yell whatever you want as they're taking you out of the room.
I'm just gonna yell as many curse words as I can.
We go back to Theraway and Mikael, and you see that Dr. Mindbender is just like holding his temple and just rubbing it, and he's like, he's a real handful, isn't he?
Really on 4 hands full.
Don't ask me. No, I can't ask. I can't answer. I became insane with long intervals of horrible insanity.
Hey, Mikael. You remember what we talked about, right?
Doctor. Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Remember. Yes.
Zip it up and let the grown-ups talk, or I'm going to do what I said I was going to do, and it's not going to be fun for you, it's not going to be fun for me, but you know what? You might live through it, okay? Now just keep it quiet.
I was never really insane. Except upon occasions.
Okay. Whatever you say, buddy.
Everybody right now, or just you?
Mikael's having
You're having a moment.
he's working through a psychotic break right now.
So he turns to Theraway and goes, "Well, did I answer everything you need?"
Yes?
Wonderful. Well, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I hope that the Masquerade Ball is as wonderful as I'm being told it's going to be. Fortunately, you will not see me there.
Oh, why won't you be there?
I said fortunately.
Because he won't
I
be
don't-
having a mask on.
I have plenty of masks I can put on if I would like. I just don't care for any fun or enjoyment with the people here.
Is he wearing a
man.
mask right now?
No, it doesn't look like a mask. It just looks like his regular face. Listen, I really gotta get back to work. Can you guys please just leave me alone? Okay,
Alright.
thanks.
I'll see you soon, Doctor.
He-
Until our next session.
He,
Who's the therapist?
Is he like crawling himself across the floor to get around right now? See?
I can see that happening. Yeah, he's just like dragging his lower body.
Like Ivar off of Vikings, just boneless.
So as he goes to shut the door, you see that Dr. Mindbender's flipping you off, Mikael, and quickly shuts the door. So as you go into the
What the hell's
foyer,
happening to Sky?
oh, we'll get there in a second. So as you're, oh, don't worry, I didn't forget about Sky. As you're going through the foyer, you see that there are the markets on the side of the foyers, and it seems like there's a new mask shop that opened up. It's pretty cool, but you may have to come back for it later. It looks like no one's attending it right now. Y'all are making your way to Dr. Spellweaver?
Yes.
Gotcha. As you go into the hallway of the music room and the supply closet and all that stuff, you walk down and you see on the left that it says Congressional Offices. As you enter, you see a thick red carpet, very plush in style, and there are cubicles made out of wood and straw and hay, and as you see across each top of the cubicle, it has the names of the different congressmen. And off to the right, there is a big cubicle in the corner, and it says Dr. Spellweaver. And you hear some clickety-clacketing of what you can only assume from past knowings is got to be a computer.
I'm gonna knock on it.
Gotcha. He goes, "Oh, give me just 1 second. I'll be right with you. I'm just writing up a little incident report." And you hear a gagged Sky from inside.
Still just trying to scream.
Is the door unlocked? Can I
Chinese.
jiggle the handle?
Yes. Yeah, the door is unlocked. As you open it, you see that the two brothers are standing next to Sky in the left corner. And Sky has been wrapped around with chains. He's been gagged with what looks like maybe a red fruit of some kind, maybe an apple. Oh, Theraway! And here comes my good old buddy Mikael. How are you feeling this morning?
I'm doing great. I had a wonderful breakfast. Getting used to these new to this new realm that we're in. It seems. I never thought I would enjoy flapjacks covered in bugs, but they were delicious.
Oh man, I gotta tell you, the lunch ladies do amazing jobs back there. They really do put the time and effort in to make sure that we're all fed and, kept a good, healthy lifestyle. So I agree, they were fantastic this morning. But what can I do for you?
You know what? Is there anything I can do for you? I feel like we're new to this place. We're kind of wandering around aimlessly. Our buddy's already dying, and that's kind of gesture at a decrepit Mikael crawling across the floor. He's already dying. Our other buddy over here is just, he's getting in trouble. You're obviously got him gagged.
Sometimes an appropriate response to
Yeah, I
reality.
feel like the
Shows on
reason
them.
that we're
I
having
like it.
so much issue right now is that I feel like we're just not a part of the ongoings, and I would like to be more helpful. So what could I do for you? 'Cause this one's going crazy. I don't know.
Well, if we need to, we can sedate him, but that's only if he gets, like, dangerous.
Sedation.
Right
Sedation.
now, he's not dangerous.
He was dangerous. It seemed like he was getting pretty close to being dangerous in the inside the mess hall. Was pretty close. Listen to him mumbling to himself. Listen to him. Just listen.
Okay, I'll listen.
Couldn't hurt. Wouldn't hurt. Told not to hurt. Told not to speak. Say nothing.
As you're mumbling this, he gets closer and puts his ear next to your mouth to hear what you're mumbling.
See no evil, hear no evil. Want no evil? No, there is no evil. Would never, could never, would never, could never.
Okay,
Hear no evil.
I do see what you mean. He's gotten worse, obviously, but he's not
All of a sudden,
dangerous.
Just, like, Mikael beats out this like scream because since he didn't take those pain meds because he refuses to take any pills.
Fuck you.
You're gagged. You shut your mouth.
Fuck you.
He can't even describe it. It's just like this infernal pressure building up inside of him. This pain that he can't do anything about, but just like go through the motions of dealing with.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha.
And so listening to the voices go rampant in his mind. So carrying on.
So Dr. Spellweaver looks over to Theraway and goes, "Okay, let's get him some more pain medication because apparently what we gave him earlier didn't work. He needs more. So,
Can I tell you a secret?
yeah, you can tell me anything, buddy.
What, I just want you to know, he wasn't taking his dungeon rot pills,
Yeah, we know that.
right? And now he's over here not taking his pain pills.
No.
He
So
looks
it's
at
not the pain.
he looks at Mikael and goes, "Why, I never. We're trying to help you. And this is how you repay our kindness?"
No.
You hear that? When you hear that no right there, that sounded like a violent no. I'm thinking sedation.
It told me not to.
He's talking about an unseen presence now. Listen to that laugh. You hear that laugh? That's not the laugh of a man that's sane.
He reaches down and like pulls back your wrappings a little bit and looks at your wound and he goes, "Yeah, that's reopened. That's not good." He puts it back down and he goes over to his desk and pulls out a little bottle and he pops out a couple pills and he comes over and goes, "Okay, Mikael, now I need you to take these for me, okay? This is gonna help. Now I want you to know, he told me that you need to take these, but not the ones you took this morning. I'm gonna roll a deception, you roll an insight."
5.
You truly believe that this man you've been saying he said not to take it, he said not to do this, like you're talking a bunch of he's, that he actually did tell Dr. Spellweaver to get you this, and this pill will do wonders for you, and you believe this he that's in your head, that this is okay.
This is what he wanted. This is what he told me to do. This is what he convinced me. He told me. He showed me. This is what I need. This will do it. This will solve it. This will cure it. This will do it.
Here you go, buddy. And Dr. Spellweaver hands you the pills.
How many?
Do you want a perception check to see?
Yeah?
Alright, give me a perception check. We'll see how many pills are in your hand.
That's a 7.
You see the pills slowly, like if they're being dragged on by time around you, also being slowed like molasses. They hit your hand, and as you look up, you see that Dr. Spellweaver, who was a very tall, like humanoid, white silverback hair, high elf, kind of like looked like a little bit of a vampire type-esque because of the new dungeon type thing, that he looks like a regular old human now. He's got a little bit of a beer gut, but he's got like glasses on, and they're horn-rimmed glasses. He looks like he's wearing sweatpants and a t-shirt that says "Go Raiders." You look over to your left briefly, and you see that Theraway and Sky look exactly the same, except Sky is bound by, like, wrappings of cloth and linen, and that there's a giant red ball in his mouth with black straps coming off of it. The two brothers of Catch These Hands that are right there, they're wearing white polos and white shorts with Adidas sneakers, and they seem to be
Sponsor us.
That's such an odd detail, Zach.
Shut up, I'm describing.
It's a random little detail I've ever heard.
I'm sorry, but that
Real
was
sexual.
that was
I'm liking it.
straight up product placement right there.
We are not sponsored by Adidas, I swear, but I wish. Oh my god.
No, we're not. However, we're.
And you see that the floors and ceilings and everything around you right now is very modern. There's a computer sitting on Spellweaver's desk where the giant, like, gym used to be. You go to blink your eyes again to readjust, and everything returns back to normal the way it was before you had this episode. And you look at the pills that are in your hand, and Dr. Spellweaver is kind of inching your hand up to your mouth. He goes, "Go on, buddy. Take the pills. You'll be fine."
Mikael goes to take the pills, puts them in his mouth, and there was like through that description, there was a wave of familiarity, calmness that gave him a sense of, okay, I don't like this, but maybe I can trust it.
Alright, so Dr. Spellweaver stands up and he goes, "Those should help. Now, try to take it easy, okay? Theraway. I think that the priest was saying that he needed an altar boy to help. Maybe you can offer your services since you were a priest."
You know, I don't practice much in the priesthood these days.
Oh, but you know that altar boy is just, it's not doing priestly duties. Like, it's just helping out with the church a little bit, doing some chores around, and, polishing the gold and stuff like that. Other than that, though, we've got everything handled. Everything is good. Unless you want to possibly help. Oh, we do have that masquerade ball going on tonight. I'm sure they could have some help putting decorations up and stuff in the courtyard.
Yeah, I'll go. You know what? Yeah, that sounds fun. I'd like to go get to know the planning committee and the party, the people that put on the parties. I'll go help them with setting up.
Gotcha, wonderful. Do you think you could take your friend with you and make him behave?
I'm just going to give him, like, the biggest, like, shit-eating grin that I possibly can.
You can't give a grin, you're a skeleton.
Skeletons can fucking smile, okay?
They can open their mouth or they can close their mouth. That's it.
Yeah, they're constantly smiling.
He does have you on that.
We're going cartoon logic
facial
here.
Expressions now.
We're going cartoon logic here. You can have a smile. The biggest shit-eating grin ever.
Thank God. Yeah, I'm just gonna shake my head like, nope.
I'll take him with me and I'll keep him in control. And I kind of just grab one of the chains and I just drag him.
Okay.
with me.
Yeah, sounds great.
Like
Well,
a strength check to break out of these chains?
it's an instant failure.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I am not
You're
kidding
a
you.
wizard. Don't you be trying to break out no chains.
Okay, now, metagaming-wise, I do want to remind you all that when we did our session 0, that I said that sometimes throughout this campaign, things would be instant failures or instant successes. So I just want to remind everyone of that.
Yeah.
In this case, it
I
would be an
remember-
instant failure. So you guys leave Dr. Spellweaver's office, and one of the brothers closes the door. And it seems like the Dr. Spellweaver and the brothers are going to be talking for a bit. What would you guys like to do?
Nothing, I guess.
I'm just gonna
Can't listen. Oh, listen.
drag
Don't listen.
Drag him along with me to where they're setting up the Masquerade Ball.
Gotcha, yeah, so that's going to be in the courtyard. You're going to have to go through the foyer into the courtyard area.
Cool. As
Yeah.
I'm passing back through the foyer, is there anybody at the little mask stand?
Yes, yeah, I'm glad you asked. So, everyone give me a perception
Okay.
check.
No.
With
This-
disadvantage for some.
Yes.
Oh,
This lady...
21.
Oh, 21, nice. This lady looks very familiar. Theraway knows who it is. This looks like a zombified death metal punk lady. She's got like black and purple hair, lots of piercings, lots of tattoos. It kind of seems like some of her forearm is kind of like falling off. Theraway, this is Dummy Mommy. Mikael,
Please let me out of these fucking chains.
Mikael, as you come into the foyer room, you kind of fall down a little bit and your head hits the ground, and as you come back up, you see that there are about 15 people in this white linoleum floored, very old concrete building. It seems like there's fluorescent lights on the ceilings that are flashing where the light gems used to be. And everyone seems to be wearing some type of hospital gown. Even your two friends. But your two friends still have that linen wrapped around and still have the books on them for Theraway. And, you know, you still see the paper plate on Theraway's back, and you look over and you see Dummy Mommy, and it seems that she's got all these very crude paper mache masks at her stand, and they look like they were drawn with crayon, like maybe a 5-year-old did it. And this woman is all dressed in black, very long black and purple hair, many piercings and tattoos, and she just kind of like dazing off in the distance, and you see that there's some drool dripping down from her lip. And every so often she and like slurps it back up, and it comes back down again as she kind of zones out.
I'm disgusted.
That's so gross.
Everyone else seems to be playing bingo and cards, and there's a couple of people that are just like sitting down watching TV. As you kind of batter your eyelashes again, the reality warps, and you come back to the reality that you know this is it, that you are in. And it is back to the crypt style dungeon with all the crypt people.
I need a Masquerade mask.
Heard. So you want to go over to Dummy Mommy's little stand?
Oh yeah, I'm going over there.
Perfect. You drag them two along with you. And as you pull up, she's filing her nails, and she's just... Pain and agony are the best. God, I love death.
Hello, my mistress of death. I am very interested in your Masquerade masks.
Yeah, pick any one you like.
Are they different prices?
No, they're all the same. 1 gold
How much
each.
is that? 1 gold each.
Yeah, if you wouldn't cut me off like that, I'd be able to tell you without being interrupted, but whatever.
Well, okay, hold on now.
Holy shit.
What's wrong with him? Pointing her nail file down at Mikael on the ground that's crawling behind you, dragging his legs.
He's got the DR.
What's the DR?
Dungeon rot.
Oh. We should all get dungeon rot and just die.
Well, you can join him if you want.
hold on.
He's living a pretty metal life right now. He's just crawling around on the ground and talking to invisible figures.
Yeah.
Voices in his head.
I think I'm good. I'll just let it succumb to me whenever the Night Mother says it's time.
Oh, the Night Mother. Who's the Night Mother?
God, you have the shortest attention span. I've talked about her before. She is my patron.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, so just pick a mask already. I've got other customers waiting. Other than that, though, they're all like different animals.
I find the owl mask that looks the coolest, and I just, you know what? I'll take this one.
Fine, that's fine. I don't really care. That's cool. What about y'all two? Are y'all getting masked too? Are y'all doing this weird masquerade thing? If you want to hide behind something, just hide behind your feelings.
Is that what you do?
No, I put walls up and I hide behind those.
You're so edgy.
I'm so edging. Is that what you said?
The edge? Is that what you just said?
You nasty. Like, no. Just give me your gold and get out of here already. God.
Like, I take 1 gold out of my coin pouch and I flick it at her face.
Gotcha. Give me a roll to hit.
9.
She's able to catch it midair before it gets to her face. She goes, thank
Good
you.
reflexes.
I really appreciate that. Keeps me on my toes. But you're nothing compared to her.
You know what else keeps you on your toes?
My girlfriend? Yeah, because she curls them bitches.
Probably. While you're edging.
Oh.
She just gives you a stare and goes, are we getting any other masks today for the other 2 buffoons with you?
I'll take the nice one that you threw at my face because it's pretty nice, and I'll save that for one of them.
Okay, great. That's another gold.
I flick another gold at her face.
Roll again.
What the fuck has happened?
11.
Chance has taken this story by himself and choke thrown
Y'all
it.
both put
Or-
yourself in positions where you're one of you's dying and the other one is chained up. So
and
this is
gagged.
what we
You
get.
can let me out of these fucking chains, though. That's the thing.
As I hear him kind of getting a little rowdy, I jerk his chain and remind him who's in control.
You're gonna regret that.
You
buddy.
listen to Daddy now, you hear?
So you are not quite good enough with your dex attack roll to be able to hit her in the face. She grabs it again, but she grabs it with in between her 2 fingers.
I take the nice mask and I lean down and I put it on Mikael.
Gotcha.
And then I turn around and I look at Sky. And while he's still gagged, I kind of ask, so what animal do you want?
I'm sorry, you just
I was just gonna remain
mask
silent.
on Mikael?
Sky ain't saying
Yeah,
shit
I
to
put
you.
the mask on you. The one I just bought you, the nice one that she threw at me originally.
Yeah, the tiger one.
Yeah, I'm putting that on Mikael. And then I'm looking at Sky, who's gagged, and I turn around and I look across the mask. Do I see like a real feminine, like
You're
feline
such
mask?
a dick.
A blue jay bird mask. You also have a beholder mask, but it kind of looks like a booby with like a bunch of eyes, a bunch of nipples coming out.
I want to get the beholder that looks like a bunch of boobies. Flick another gold at her face.
I knew it. Roll for another dex attack.
Not one.
11.
She grabs it out of the air and puts it in her pocket, and she goes, "All right, I think we're done here. You can leave. My other customers are waiting."
You grabbed that one by the edge, and I liked it. I turn around. Are there any customers behind me?
No.
And I turn around and I go, back at her and I go, we're your only customers. And you know you like us. So we're going to go ahead and leave so you'll want us more. And I turn around, I put the titty beholder mask on Sky.
Joke's on you. I wanted that mask.
Oh my
I know
god,
you did. I
I'm
wanted to
sorry.
give you something.
Oh, okay.
All right, and I drag them, and I take both of my halfway incapacitated companions, and I just continue on my way to the
courtyard.
courtyard. Yeah.
As you come into the courtyard, you see the 4 different seasons laid out as you always have. You see that there's a big stage off to the center left wall. And the stage seems to be made up of like crude wood that seems to be rotting and broken. And it's probably just whatever was laying around, to be honest. And there's a moldy red velvet curtain that's currently closed on the front of it, and a big sign of a cat, and it's Boots and Cats, and he has his boombox on his shoulder, and a little like talking bubble coming up from it, which is another sign. And it says, "Are you ready to get nasty?" Brought to you by Boots and Cats. There seems to be a couple of zombies working on the pews, as you would say, so that people can have a seat and watch Boots and Cats if they'd like. And there's a few werewolves that are working on their choreography. And then there is one with a clipboard, a high elf, and it seems like they're maybe a ghost, because they're kind of floating in in the space where they're supposed to be, floating up and down off the ground. And they're just like quickly writing on the clipboard and looking around at everyone's progress.
I look at Sky, and we're gonna need all the help we can get to set up the most beautiful masquerade ball. I undo his bindings and free him of his restraints. Taking the gag out first.
Okay.
I'm just gonna shake my head.
You don't want to be free.
Oh,
You mean just go see if I can sell you back to Dommy Mommy for 3 gold?
No.
Nah, I'm not gonna let you do that. I'm gonna undo him. You can go sell yourself back to her if you want.
he can be free. He's not gonna be free. He wants to stay trapped. He knows what happens.
Can I listen in to what Mikael has been murmuring this entire time and see
Yes.
if I can ascertain any information from
Pretty
it?
much Mikael's
Give
right
me-
next to you.
Give me an insight check for Mikael. And Mikael, give me a Constitution saving throw with disadvantage.
17.
And that would be a 12 for me.
You're able to hear a few sentences, and the best thing you've got with a 17 is this has to be something with what happened to him when he was alone with Dr. Mindbender in that room. It has to be. He has to be talking about not trusting Dr. Mindbender. And before you can ascertain any more, Mikael starts throwing up profusely, and it's a green and red mixture with chunks of... Oh my god, you just maxed out my entire fucking soundboard. Did you stick the mic in your throat?
That's how you vomit profusely right there. I look at this as the perfect decoration for a Halloween-themed masquerade ball, and I kind of scoop it into my hand and fling it on the walls and the curtains.
You hear a, "Hey, sir, what are you doing, good sir? This is wonderful." Maybe?
Thank you. I know.
I can't
The
tell.
colors, the bugs, the smells, the flapjacks, it's things that everybody loves.
He puts out a hand to shake yours. "My name is Rusty." His soft...
Rusty trombone?
Yeah. Oh. Yes, sir. I see you've heard of me.
Only in legend.
His spectral hand is just out there waiting for you to shake it.
I shake the spectral hand, but not with the nasty... I wipe my vomit hand off on Mikael's back.
Heard.
Oh my god.
He starts shaking your hand. He goes, "Thank you for that. Now, what are you doing here, my good man?"
I was sent by the powers to be to help y'all set up for the masquerade ball.
"And what powers would those be? You better not be talking about Bip."
Spellweaver.
Okay, good. Not Bip. Okay, good.
Who's Bip?
Bip is this hulking man that wants to ruin everything anybody tries to do or have fun at or enjoy. He's such a bully. We're happy to have
Ran
you.
into Bip.
You did? I hope
Yeah, we ran into him earlier.
I hope you're okay.
He's picking on a young vampire lad that we helped him out.
I did.
Oh, you're talking about Theos.
You know he won't speak, no.
Yeah, Theos is a good kid. He's just a little peculiar. I don't really trust I really don't trust him to be around me. To be honest, he's.
Well, I get that he's a vampire, but you should really take care of your people around here. I don't know, who do I need to talk to about getting that guy proper food?
I mean, someone here would have to be giving up their blood, and that's a no-go. That's illegal. Like, no, my good sir, no, that's not happening. No one's gonna offer up their blood willingly. Is your friend all right?
He's been having a rough day.
Well, I say, he looks like a biscuit that's been half-eaten and left out the mold.
I love a half-eaten biscuit.
You cannot say his name again.
I've got other things to attend to, but...
I feel good. We feel good.
Okay, that's great. What was your name again? Pointing to Theraway.
I am Theraway, Bard
Oh.
Extraordinaire.
Oh, okay. Well, I have to say, you're looking fantastic today, and I think you're exactly what we need. I'm going to take care of everything else. You just make this place more masquerade-y for us, okay? I leave it in your
The
hands.
greatest, the onlyest, the oneest, the all.
And be sure to keep him in check.
Look, he murmurs a lot of weird things, but let's be real, he's pretty much confined to crawling around and is of no danger to anybody. Maybe somebody might trip over him. That could be dangerous.
He turns around on his heel and starts to walk away. He starts snapping his fingers in the air. He goes, "I need the booty twerkers on my heel right now." And the 3 to 5 werewolves that were over there come rustling over, and as they get into a conga line formation, you just see them like jumping and like working on their twerking ass as they're like following him to the stage.
That came out of left field.
And not on my notes.
I'm gonna spin my head around. That way, it's like my angry face is showing, and I'm just gonna help put up the decorations, I guess. But I'm gonna be angry about it.
Give me a performance check for that.
Got a 5.
You're starting to put decorations up. It looks like those little paper mache like circles that are like connected to each other, and they're like streamers kinda. And you keep breaking them in half as you're trying to link them together. So you're not really making any progress with it.
Sky is gonna get aggravated, and he is just gonna go sit down and play cards.
There's a couple people with some masks on, probably from Dummy Mommy's stand, and they're underneath a tree in the springtime, and they seem to be playing spades.
Alright, everybody playing blackjack?
Listen here, lassie, we can play blackjack if you'd like, but only a true Brit knows how to play spades. And don't get started with this whole I'm not British sounding thing. Oh, you're in?
Dude, I will cast Firebolt on your ass so quick.
How much gold you putting up?
I will bet 20 gold.
They pull out a couple dice and they throw 2 of them to you and they go high or low. So basically how this is going to play is I roll 2d6s and you roll 2d6s, and if yours is higher than mine and you called higher, then you win. If you called lower, then you win if your 2 6s are lower than mine. He throws
Higher.
his. I rolled a 10. What'd you roll?
6.
Heard. He takes the 20 gold and puts it in his back pocket, and he goes, "You going again? 20 more?
Double or nothing, yeah.
Double or nothing. Here we go. High or low?"
Hi.
I got a 4. What'd you get?
Got an 11.
He looks at you hurriedly and goes, "I am no. Higher or lower? We're gonna double or nothing it again."
Why don't we make this interesting, and what if I throw in 90 more gold? That'll be all the gold in my pocket.
I love an all-in strategy. Come on. High or low? Roll your dice.
I'm gonna say low.
You gotta beat a 3.
7.
He snatches your gold out of the grass that's sitting in front of you, and he goes, "It's been a pleasure bleeding you dry today. I hope that you have a better day than the one you had with me."
Yeah, whatever, dude. And I'm just gonna get up and walk away.
Heard.
I guess I'm just gonna go sit at a table.
You hear the boots, 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 boots start from the behind the giant red curtain as it slowly starts to open, and you see a giant humanoid cat, like animatronic, come out across the stage, and his chest opens with like a bunch of steam and steampunk style, and a small little cat jumps out, and it's Boots and Cats, and he holds his boombox, and he's like, "Are you ready to get down tonight? Yeah, how you ladies and ghouls doing tonight? I can't hear you. All right, let's get down with it. Wiggle, 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 wiggle." And it, all of a sudden the beat drops. And as it does, you see that the werewolves that are coming out on the stage now, they seem to be like sauntering out, like they don't really know where they're at. And they start twerking. The two guys that were underneath that tree, they stand up, and you hear them go, "Oh, it's time, eh? I guess Boots and Cats made his move. Come on, Bip, let's go." And you see that this small man that was next to him, it grows into a giant hulking mass, and they both start running across the field, and they jump up on top of the stage. You see that Bip goes out and strikes Boots and Cats at the face and sends him flying into the back wall of the stage. And that's where we're going to end today. The storm that raged through the night has passed, leaving behind the crisp scent of rain in the morning air, birds singing in the trees beyond the tavern walls, their calls breaking to quiet the hum of dawn. Inside, the fires dwindled to glowing embers. The once rowdy crowd has thinned, leaving only a handful of weary travelers nursing their last drinks. Sunlight filters through the window, casting long golden rays across the wooden floor. Time sure flies in a place like this, doesn't it? But don't worry, traveler, there's always another adventure just around the corner. Thanks for stopping by Big Bear's Tavern Tales. If you enjoyed your time here, be sure to follow, rate, and share the podcast. It really helps keep the tavern lively and the stories flowing. Want to join the conversation? Go ahead and follow us on all of our different socials at Big Bear Dungeons. Our Discord link is in our link tree. And let us know what you thought about the last episode. Until next time, traveler, may your rolls be high and your tankard never be empty.